On the home page, the products have been further categorized into various sections. The first section is deals of the day. The other section is best rated products. We have new arrivals, best seller products. So you have to change this particular text to fit what we have here, as well as the other ones that continue here. So let's get started. We are going to modify the home page. We will tackle this slider later, so let's work on the other contents. The first we can see here are images of some categories. So we can edit this section by going back to our categories and uploading specific images for those individual categories. So for example, jackets and coats, we have to select a particular product that will represent this category. So let's go and do that for the other ones here as well. So we go back to our dashboard and go to products and then select categories. Click on that and we see all these categories here. So the first one we see here is uncategorized. Now before we edit the category image of jackets and coats and all the other ones we want to do so, let's do something about this uncategorized category. It is not the best to leave this category just like that. But interestingly, it is the default category. It is there so that if you forget to assign a particular category to a particular product, automatically the default one, which is uncategorized, is the one that will be applied. So we can just make another category the default one and delete the name uncategorized. So let's choose the next one, which is jackets and coats, and make that one the default category. We just hover over it and click on make default. Now we can see that this one is now the default category, making it possible for us to now delete the uncategorized category. So hovering over uncategorized, we can now see delete. Click on that to take it away. The next is to assign images for the various categories. So we have to do that by editing those categories. So let's start with jackets and coats. You click on edit and you see thumbnail here where we can upload or add a new image. So let's click on upload/add image, and the category we are going to assign the image to is jackets and coats. So let's just go through our media library and select a fitting one. They have their corresponding images of those categories. The same is true if you scroll down to the last part here, shop by categories. You see all the categories have been featured here and their corresponding images plus the number of products that are in each category are also featured here. From this, it is clear that if you click on these individual categories, they send you to those category pages. So let's just try one of these. If I click on the first one, jackets and coats, it takes me to that particular category where products in this category will be the only ones to show. And at this point, you can even filter the prices that should show. Let's say that we want the price. So you can see here that the maximum price is 300. So if I reduce this, it means that I'm now giving a different benchmark as the maximum price that should show if I click on filter. And this helps your store visitors to be able to quickly select product range in which they want to shop so that they can see your products in those prices and do their orders. Back to the home page. As said earlier, our goal now is to completely customize the home page. So we've started with this one. Let's move on to the next on the list, which is this row. This row, as we can see, has some icons and give some information to the customers. So let's click on Edit with Elementor and continue with our work. As usual, when we click on the pencil icon that is located on this section, we will be able to make changes to the contents here. So let's do the same thing, click on that. And then we have the items listed here one after another. Clearly, the item number 1 is the first one here. Item number 2 is the next one in the same order. So if you want to make changes to this one, you just click on item number 1 and we can change the information here. So we can see 100% payment on one line, then secured is on another line. And it is an HTML code that was used to bring this word down to the next line, which is the line break which was used in this regard. So if you want to change this text, you just make your changes to it and then you click on update. The changes will be effected. Then we move on to the next item, item number 2, and the text here is supports lots of payments. As usual, if you want to change this, you do that as well. So you do the same for all the remaining ones here. And if you want to get rid of a particular one, let's say that you want to delete this one entirely. This is item number 6. We just go to item number 6 and click on this close symbol here. Then we get rid of that. The next is the deals of the day section, and we click on the pencil tool here. You will be able to change the details here. So at first glance, we know it's clear that this section is showing products that are deals of the day. And this area, which is shortcode tags, if you click on this, you see there are various categories that you can choose from. And this one is featuring on sale products. On sale products are those that have their prices reduced. So if we scroll down, for instance, to these products, you see that the price has been reduced from 300 to 250. So it means that you can use this particular section to show all those products that have had their prices reduced or discounted. Hence, we choose on sale products as our shortcode tags. This place is the order. We are ordering by dates in descending order. So if you want to change this, you can change your own to ascending order. Then just ASC will be enough. In ascending order, we see how they've been arranged here. Back to descending. So these are going to be arranged according to the dates, whether the newest products according to the time you uploaded them should appear first, or the relatively older ones according to the date you uploaded them should be the one to display first. And the limit here is about the number of products that should show. We are limiting the products to 12. We want to show 6 slides at a go. So if you count these, you can see that there are 6 items on each row. So having determined how you want to set this up, click on Updates. As usual, you can change the text here, the title, which is Deals of the Day. So you may choose anything that you prefer. But one thing I want to draw attention to is this particular text, View All. This is supposed to be a link. When we click on this link, where should it lead to? So probably we want to link to the whole shop where they can see all the products. In that case, we have to enter the link here. What is the link of our shop where all the products can be seen? It is our website address /shop. So let's see that. Enter your website address /shop. And this particular page features all the products in all categories. And here we can move to the next page. This is the second page, page 2, showing 17 to 32 products from 44 products. And you can also move to the next one, and as we add more products and as they increase, we can move on to other pages as well. So this is the page that showcases all your products, and the URL of this page is your website address /shop. Better still, you can go to the dashboard. If you hover over your website name, you see visit site and visit store, and visit store leads to your website address /shop. So back to the home page. It means that we can copy this particular URL and paste it here and update, so that by clicking on view all, it takes us to the general store. Next section is best rated products. Let's edit this section as well. Click on edit, and the title is here, best rated products. So you may choose to change the title as you deem fit, and the text here, view all, also can be linked to a particular page. Or if you don't want this, you can just get rid of it by deleting the text. As usual, the shortcode tags here enables us to choose which particular classification of the products that we want to use in this section. And here we are using top rated products. So we see all of them here. Top rated products is the one we are showing. So if you don't want this section, you can delete the section, or if you want to replace this section with another section, let's say you want to replace this section with recent products, or a particular product category, or featured products, you can equally do same. So let's say that you want top rated products. Having chosen that, you can enter your order by ID, and then the order should also be here. So let's say you want to order by date, so type dates, and here we can choose whether it should be descending order or ascending order. You can equally enter that. If you leave this to default, the default settings will apply. Here is limit, where we can choose the number of products to show. The slide show and the slide to scroll numbers are equally here. As usual, play around it. Once you attain your desired result, you hit update. Moving to the next section, new arrivals. You click on edit. You can change the title, you can change the text here, the link here. Then what classification of products do we want to keep here? Do we want to maintain recent products? Then we do so, recent products. Order by date in a descending order. This is yet another section that we have to edit or delete. We can feature some particular categories alone. Let's say we want to feature one particular category, or 2 or 3, or any particular categories we want to feature here. So we can go there, edit products block, and here we have show categories tab, whether we should disable this or we should enable it. If you enable this, you see that these category names will appear. All the other category names will appear here, and this particular tab is the active one. Let's move downwards, and as we complete this, we will know what to enter in the tab title and also the title. By default, there is no category ID. So let's say that we want to enter some categories. Probably I want to feature jackets and waistcoats. So I go to my product categories, place my cursor on jackets and coats, and take note of its ID, which is 81. If you look down there, and the next one is waistcoats. I take note of its ID, which is 94. Then I'll have to come back to this section. Then I indicate the category IDs, in this case 81, then 94. So as you can see here, it now displays all the products that are in these two categories. Having done this, I can now assign an appropriate title to this particular section. So suitably, I can type jackets and waistcoats here. That's what we see appearing here. This area, I can now type best jackets and waistcoats and click on update. We can equally show the number of products that should be shown here. In this case, we have 7, so we can increase it to which number that we think is okay for us. So we can either enable all these ones shown here, or we can disable them. using this particular one here. And here by default it has been enabled, so we can choose to disable it or enable it. Moving to the next section. The next section is flash sales, and this is characteristic of many online stores. We want our customers to take action as soon as possible. So we bring this feature so that they should be able to take action within the stipulated time before the flash sales will end. So if we want to enable this feature, we can just edit according to how we want it, or if we don't want it, we can just click on this close sign here to delete the section entirely. So this is the title of this one, the flash sale. You can see that here with the code here. This shows the number of hours within which the flash sales should be active, and this is plus 8 hours. So we can choose whichever time you want, whether 12 hours, 24 hours, or whatever amount of time we want to assign to this flash sale. And this is where we are going to select a particular classification of the products. So we can see here it is recent products, and this is not suitable. We want to show products that have their prices reduced. So appropriately, this one will have to be on sale products. We choose that one instead. And if we really want to use this particular feature on sale products and show flash sales, then we have to do something to these products we have indicated that they have been discounted in such a way that within a stipulated time, these prices that have been reduced will go back to their normal prices. So let's say that we want to make these prices available in only 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever. What we have to do is to schedule those times on each of these products. Let's do this for one product. So we go to products or products. Then select those ones that have their prices reduced. So let's say you want to schedule this price so that at the end of the period it will revert to the original price. Let's edit this. Click on edit and then move down to the product data where we have the regular price and the sale price. And at this point we want to schedule the period within which this discounted price should be active. So click on schedule, then we are choosing from and to dates. Apparently the from date is when it should start being effective. So let's say we want this to be effective the next day, which is 20th July. It should end the same day, 20th July. In this case, it means that it's going to start from the very beginning of the day to the end of the day within 24 hours. Or if we want this in 48 hours, then of course we can change it to the next day, 21st. Having done this, we can now update our product. So this means that if we go back to our home page where we are editing our flash sales section, we can feature all of those sales products, and having indicated the time interval within which the sale price or the discounted prices should be effective, you can just leave it as such, and then when the time is over, these prices will go back to their originals. It means that we have to now indicate the time here as appropriate as possible. So if we choose 24 hours, then of course we should have 24 hours here. So having determined that, you can also select number of products that you are featuring, the number of rows, in which case we have 2 rows, number of slides per row and slides to show. You can indicate all of these and then you update to make the settings effective. And as said earlier, if we don't want this section, you can simply click on delete section here to get rid of it. The next section is where we have shop by categories. To have a clearer picture of this particular section, let's see our home page once again. So this is the section we have got to. This is shop by categories. And this section features all the product categories. And this is the same thing that we are seeing here. The same thing we are seeing at the shop by categories. And so if you think this is a needless repetition of the categories above, you can simply delete it. If you also, however, choose to keep them, then you can just leave it as it is. The next section here is the one that we have down here, which is our official brand. We have the title here, we have the various images that you can have their corresponding logos. So this one too is something that you have to use your own judgment to decide if you want to keep this or to get rid of them. So having done this, it means that we've customized a particular section of our homepage. Click on Update. We still have some other sections to edit. So let's see the changes effected. I suggest that at regular intervals you refresh your page in another tab to see the changes that you are applying to your website, so that if there is something that demands your attention, you can do it. You'll also be able to track your progress as you move on. So this is what we have done so far. And apparently there are still some sections that require our attention. We have this section, the sliding section, where some products can be featured. We also have the footer section here to make changes to. And lastly, we have the header section also here. So let's modify these sections one after another.